Hey guys, Lydia here, and for today's video I'm going to be doing my makeup while we chat, and it's been a really long time since I've done my makeup on camera. The last makeup video I've done was about a year ago. So to get started, I'm going to apply my moisturizer, which is the Ole Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. So I just do 2 pumps, and I apply it all over my face. Followed immediately with my foundation, which is the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced in the shade Swan. And I do 1 full pump of that. And I know a lot of people are gonna hate how I do this, but I rub it in my hands. And I just slap it on. And the reason why I do it that way is, first of all, it's quicker and I don't have time to blend for half an hour, and also it coats your whole face evenly, and I really like how it ends up looking when I do it this way. So I don't care too much about applying foundation with a sponge. I find that I lose a lot of product and it doesn't necessarily give me a better look. My skin is a little bit dry and a little bit oily at the same time, so it's really weird, and for some reason the sponge, it just doesn't do anything for me. Next, I'm gonna apply some concealer, and the concealer I use is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. And I'm just gonna dot this under my eyes, a little bit on my chin, under the nose, and on top of my eyes. Yeah, so while I blend this in, let me just start by talking about one thing that really grosses me out about makeup and how we consume makeup. I love makeup, and I always have, and I think I always will. But going to the store to buy makeup is obviously the best way to do it, because if you go to the internet to purchase your makeup, you never know what you're gonna get. You never know if the shades are gonna be great for you or not. Oftentimes your screen is not gonna give you the perfect color representation of the product, and it's just a little confusing to buy makeup without having seen it in person. But now, the one thing that grosses me out extremely is when people go to Sephora or the pharmacy and they see the samples that are there and they use their face to try on the makeup. Now I get it, the makeup will end up on your face after you bought it, but if you only knew how many people have put their dirty, dirty fingers in the makeup that's on that shelf, you would not be putting that shit on your face. It is disgusting. It's full of bacteria. I know that most, maybe not most, but some places do take care of cleaning and sanitizing the makeup racks and whatever regularly. However, I used to work at a pharmacy and we just didn't have time for that. We didn't have time at all for that. So the makeup that is there has been touched by God knows how many people, and now you're gonna put that on your face. I'm gonna set my face now using the Lise Wattier Magnifique To Go Universal Perfecting Powder. So yeah, absolutely gross. You have no idea what kind of bacteria you're putting on your face, and I would just advise against it, honestly. If you want to test out makeup when you're at a pharmacy, just do it on the back of your hand. Yeah, put it on the back of your hand, and if you absolutely must know if the shade will be right for you, you can like put your hand next to your face and see the color and whether or not it matches. There is absolutely no need for you to apply it directly to your face. And I just find that it's repulsive. Next, I'm gonna tackle my eyes, and I'm gonna be using the NYX HD High Definition Eyeshadow Base to prime. And the palette I'll be using today for colors is gonna be the Pastel Goth palette. I got this a couple weeks ago, and I'm starting to get used to using it. It's a little weird. You'll see how I apply it. Usually when I do my eyeshadow, I put on the base, set the base with a flesh toned color, and then apply the colors on top to make them blend easier. However, the formula of this, to make them really opaque the way I like them, I need to apply my base first and then immediately go with the color. So you'll see me do that. So the number one part of makeup that you absolutely should not try directly on your face, in my opinion, like the most troubling part of that trend is putting lipstick directly on your mouth. Now, there is a proper way of doing that, and you can sanitize your lipstick, but most people just grab the lipstick on the shelf right out the rack and apply it to their mouth. That's the number one way to get a cold sore. That's the number one way to get basically herpes on your freaking mouth. Like, stop. If you're doing that, stop right now. Never ever do that again. If you are getting cold sores and you have done that in the past, well, now you understand why. It's disgusting. If you want to try on a lipstick, you must use alcohol. And that's 99.9% strong alcohol. And to really sanitize it, you need to spritz the alcohol on it, rub with a Kleenex, and then put more alcohol on the Kleenex, rub again, and then let that dry, and then put it on your face. And even then, I wouldn't do that myself, because it's you know, it's still risky. You're putting something right next to your mouth, which is an open area of your body, and someone else has used it before. So putting a bit of foundation over here, if your skin is intact and you don't have acne and you don't have any wounds on your face, can be okay, because your skin is a natural barrier to germs. But if you're gonna put anything near your eyes or your mouth, it needs to be perfectly clean. Okay, so now that I've applied the base in a very thin layer all over my lid, I'm gonna go in with the shade Dope, which is the purple shade right here. And we're gonna go directly on the lid, being careful not to go too high, because I want to do this color and then basically do a shade of pink around that. You'll see what I'm talking about when I'm done. But to get the full opacity of this eyeshadow. Sina! Hey! Okay, that was my cat playing with something and rolling it all over the floor. So we're gonna continue. So to get the full opacity of the color and not get any patchiness, you need to be really careful applying this color. You want to place it exactly where you want it and try to blend a little bit out. Until your whole lid is covered. And you see that I brought it up just a tiny bit higher than my lid. It's because I have tiny eyes. And to get an effect of having a bit of a bigger eye, I really like going all the way into my crease as well. So I'm gonna do my second eye real quick. Alright, so next, I'm gonna sweep off any powder that might have fallen under my eyes. That happens all the time. I feel like it doesn't matter what brand of eyeshadow that I'm using, I always get some fallout. Next I'm going to use the color Meow, which is the pink shade, and we're going to go over the crease area and up. So I'm going to start in the corner here, and you'll see I'm going over the crease area and trying to blend out towards my eyebrow a little bit. I'm trying to make that purple have a bit of a transition. And last, I'm going to use the same brush that I used for the pink, and I'm going to go into the white shade called Skull. Now we're just going to go and highlight the inner corner and the brow bone, and then bring it down a little bit onto the crease to help it blend even more. And then I'm going to go over with the pink shade Meow again in my crease and blend it up even further so that it's perfectly smooth. Next, I'm going to put some eyeliner, and I'm using the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever, and we're just going to rim our eyes a little bit with the black. So as I was saying, you shouldn't put makeup that isn't perfectly clean around your eyes or your mouth. You can easily get an eye infection if you do that. And this also applies for whenever you're getting your makeup done by a professional as well. I've heard horror stories of people getting their makeup done, and basically the makeup artist wasn't clean at all. And a pencil like this should be for your personal use only. It should not be used on you by a makeup artist. A makeup artist should be using a little jar of eyeliner like this one. This you can grab a little bit, put on your palette of that you're using on your client, and it should only be used for that purpose. Mine, as you can see, I've used it on myself with a brush. I could not use this on someone else at this point because it's unsanitary. But if I was gonna do makeup on someone else, I could buy a fresh new pot that I use only for when I do makeup on people, dig a little bit of it, put it on a clean makeup palette, and a makeup palette can be a piece of glass or a piece of metal, as long as it's been disinfected with pure alcohol. Like, you'll be good to go. And you only dip your brush in the bit of makeup that you've put on that palette. Never dip into the pot. Now, if you see your makeup artist using a pencil like this, or dipping directly into the pot of eyeliner, stop them. Stop them immediately. Do not keep going with your makeup. You could get pink eye. You can get a really bad eye infection. It could be really, really horrible, and you only get one set of eyes in your life, and you don't want to go blind just because you want it to look pretty for a day. This also applies for mascara. You can buy little disposable mascara wands that you dip once into your mascara, pull it out, and then you can use on your clients. And the tube of mascara should be just for clients. It should have never been used on yourself. It's basically the same principle as with the eyeliner. And basically what you do is you dip once into your mascara tube, apply the mascara on the person, and then throw that out. If you need a second coat of mascara, you should get a new wand. If your makeup artist is not doing that, run like hell. It's basically the #1 sign of a very unclean and very unprofessional makeup artist. And if you are gonna get your makeup done by a makeup artist, the one thing I would advise you to do is to actually bring your own. Everyone's got mascara, and if you don't, you can get a really cheap tube of mascara for like $5 at the drugstore, and it's gonna be fine. Just do not use something that's been used on someone else around your eyes. And now you're gonna tell me, like, what about eyeshadow? How the hell do you clean that? I'm gonna show you once I'm done doing my eyes how you can clean your eyeshadows to make them sanitary. And it's very simple, it's very easy, anyone can do it, and it's a dirt cheap solution. And again, it's basically using 99.9% alcohol and spritzing it on. But I'll show you once I'm done doing my makeup today, because you need to let the alcohol dry after you spritz it on your makeup. So if I do it now, I won't be able to finish my face. So now I'm gonna use the NYX number 15 brush, and I'm gonna dip back into the purple shade that I was using earlier. And I'm gonna go and apply it over the eyeliner a little bit, and then blend it down a little. And then I'm gonna go in the pink again with the fluffy brush we were using earlier. And I'm just gonna go and blend that out again. Alright, so that's my purple smoky eye done. Alright, so now that my eyeshadow is done and I'm going to be not using it anymore, I just wanted to show you real quick how I disinfect my eyeshadows. So I use isopropyl alcohol, 99%. This is the highest percentage alcohol you can get, and so I just put it in a little spray bottle like this, which I think I got at the dollar store or something. So none of these things are expensive, like there's absolutely no reason not to be doing this. So you grab your palette, and I'm just gonna turn around to show you because I want you to see properly. So you spray until the entire color has been saturated with the liquid. You don't need to go and like fill it with alcohol, but you need the surface to be fully saturated. And then you grab your palette and you put it on the table to dry. You do not touch it, you do not go near it, you don't want more bacteria to go into it, you just leave it be, and you wait for it to be completely dry before you can use it again, because if you use it right now as it's wet, putting alcohol like on your face is really bad for your skin, so you don't want to do that. And while I was doing that, I was thinking about also foundation. The best kind of foundation for a makeup artist to use is either in a cream form where you can scrape it out of the container and put it on your palette the same way as you would with the cream eyeshadow. No, not cream eyeshadow, but the cream eyeliner. Or you use a foundation with a pump. That way you know that the product inside is always going to be clean and it's never going to have been touched directly with your fingers. So next I'm going to be doing my blush, and I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Blush in the shade Blissful. Once it's on the skin, it actually like stays pretty well. The color pigmentation is good. You don't want to apply too much of this stuff because like it is pigmented. And when you're as pale as I am, it can wind up looking a little crazy if you put too much, which is why I put it on like this. And if I have applied too much, like right now, I'll blend it with the brush with which I applied my setting powder. Alright, so now we're looking a little less dead. Alright, now I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, and I'm using the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in the shade Black. Next, I'm gonna go apply mascara off camera because I need to be like way up on that mirror to see what I'm doing, and I'll be right back. Alright, so my face is basically done now. I'm gonna apply a little bit of setting spray, and today I'm gonna be using the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist with rose water and green tea, which is this little thing. Alright, so now we're gonna do my lips, and my favorite thing to do lately is to do a black lip, and so that's what we're gonna do today. And what I am using is the LA Splash liquid lip in the shade Incantation. As you can see, this color is not exactly black. It's more of a black with a purple metallic shade on it. But it's beautiful. And while we're on the subject of sanitization and being healthy with your makeup, keep in mind that liquid lipsticks can never be shared between people. Same thing with lip gloss. Anything that is in a tube that you need to dip into, it can't be shared. It's, again, the same problem. It can't be sanitized. Putting alcohol in it will not sanitize it. You're just gonna ruin your lipstick. So don't even try to do that. It's really not worth it. Anyway guys, this is the end of the video. This is the final look that I came up with today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative and that you learned something. If you have any more questions about how to keep your makeup clean and how to handle situations like having a makeup artist be disgusting with you, basically, you can leave questions in the comments down below and I'll be very happy to answer your questions. I'm also going to leave a link to a video done by Kelly Eden and Dre Ronayne. They are the ones who have taught me how to sanitize my makeup. Dre and Kelly are both models and makeup artists, and they know what they're talking about. The video they did together is very informative, and I think any girl who gets her makeup done or who wants to keep her makeup clean and healthy and not have it basically destroy your face, your eyes, whatever, like everyone should be watching that video. So I'll link it down below and I hope you go and check it out. But that's it for me for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have more information in the description box as usual with a full list of everything that's on my face today. While you're still here, why don't you hit that subscribe button, click that like button, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!